Welcome to the Tony Gaskin Show, best-selling author, celebrity life coach, and international speaker. The purpose of this show is to bring you motivation, inspiration, and education in the areas of life, love, and business. Thank you for joining me. Now let's get started. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Talks with Tony. Got a question today from a young lady, and it says, "Hi, Tony. I was in an on and off 4-year relationship with my child's father. I'm 26 years old. He's 25. We broke up multiple times to the point where we were never officially off. After one of our off moments, I found out he was seeing another girl who he told malice things about me and whom he has slept with not even a month after our supposedly off moment. He actually started dating her a day after our argument. He has told this new girl where I live, allowed her to post on Facebook about me and my child, and he does nothing. He has also told her private things about me and my family. The betrayal is just too much. He brought her to the courthouse with her sisters to fight me during our custody battle, and I'm surprised he even showed up, being he had stopped seeing our 1-year-old son, who, by the way, is his only child. Long story short, I won custody. He married the girl after 5 to 6 months, and I guess he thinks he's going to live happily ever after. I cannot respect a man like him, and he's military. He lives 45 minutes away and does not attend visitations. The new girl thinks she's won. It's been 5 months since court, and I still despise this man. I'm a Christian, and I know forgiveness is key, but I felt like I wasted so much time with the wrong boy. What man do you know brings females to the courthouse to fight the mother of his child? I'm planning on moving out of state, which he doesn't care because he doesn't love his own child. I know that me and my son will be better off, but I keep thinking he's going to have a baby with this new girl, his now wife, and forget about the son he has with me. Please give your advice. Thanks." All righty. Thank you so much for sending that in. Drama. Now, I will tell you, there's a few points that hit me right away, and that is you're very young, and you've been in an on and off relationship for 4 years. And this is what's dangerous, for young people in love, but we all do it. I got married at 23. And of course, I lost my virginity at 15. So I had already been out there and been around and, was living my life. And we make that mistake because we were created for love. We were created for relationships, and we start trying to have a relationship before we even know what a healthy relationship is. We start trying to find love before we even understand what love is. So here you are, you got a 25-year-old man. Y'all been on and off for 4 years. So he was 20 or 21 when you met him, and y'all were on and off the whole 4 years. Look, listen to me. When you're that young, you don't know anything about love. So you have to, and this for everybody under the age of 25, and even if you over 25, but you don't have a lot of experience with love and relationships, do everything you can to learn everything about love. Go to Amazon.com right now and order my book, Real Love. A lady wrote me the other day, said the book had her in tears over and over and over reading through that book. Just type in Real Love, Tony Gaskin. You'll see the book. It's a white cover with red letters. Read that book 3 times before you move forward. If you don't know everything you need to know about love and relationships, you have to get that knowledge. So y'all were too young. Y'all were kids playing a grown-up game. And what you have to realize as well, ladies, rarely, it is, you're going to find a very small percentage of men who are younger than their woman, but as mature. So a 25-year-old man has the same level of maturity as a 15-year-old girl. That's what you have to understand. We are created totally different. Because, see, women were created to be a mother. If you are a mother, you know the type of focus and discipline and dedication and responsibility it takes to be a mother. My wife's been working late all week. You know, she works with the soccer club that my son plays in. And so she helps out with the registration. So she's been having to do registration at night. And so I've been having to take the boys to practice and then come home and get them in the bath, get them dinner, get them, lotioned and ready for bed. And I'm not used to it. I'm there, I help out, but she's normally kind of running the show. Now I'm doing it all by myself. So I've been a single dad all week, and I'm running off her instructions, which are way more detailed than what I would do. And I'm like, whoa, man, imagine the women got to do this by themselves. And men, we got a shorter fuse than women. The part of a woman's brain that processes emotions and things like that is much larger. So men, we got a shorter fuse. So what you got to realize is that as women being created to be mothers, some women, in old days became mothers at 13, 14, 15. My son 11, and he had to do something the other day in the kitchen, and he was like, oh, mom normally does that. And I laughed. He was like, why are you laughing? I say, boy, it's girls your age cooking whole meals at 11 years old, know how to cook a whole meal, and you talking about microwaving something you don't know how to do? And I was like, whoa. But it showed me the difference between women and men. So to drive this point home, ladies, stop dating younger men. Don't date a younger man unless you know he is a clear exception to the rule. A clear exception. I'm 34 years old, but I'm receiving emails from people in their 60s, women in their 60s. That lets me know that my level of understanding and living is respected by women 30 years my senior, my elder. And so the understanding would be, if I'm living like this and thinking like this, then there may be a woman who may be 40. And if I was a single man on this same, mindset, then she may say, well, okay, I can take that chance because he's not acting immature. But when you deal with a man who's younger than you, if he's acting immature, if he's acting his age, and his age is younger than yours, that's already a red flag. He needs to be way more mature than his age if he's younger than you. The other point that hit me right off is you said on and off. You can't turn a relationship on and off. If it is meant to be, it will stay on. It will stay on. There is no off in real love. There are no breaks in real love. You don't take breaks. You may take a break in the beginning when you're getting to know each other and things just aren't, going well. But now when you get to break number 2 or break number 3, your relationship is over. You are trying to fit a square into a round hole. You are wasting your time. You don't know love, or they don't know love, or the both of you don't know love, and you're trying to make something work that is not meant to be. And all the rest of what happened with, jumping into another relationship, getting with her, marrying her 5 months, 6 months after, all of that is just a sign of his immaturity. Really, all of that is him acting out because of the soul ties that he's experiencing. The soul tie that he has with you that he does not understand and does not know how to break. Now, some people may say, oh, well, no, some men, they just become a better man for the next woman. That's not the case, because he's not seeing his child. If he's a good man, he would not miss a visitation without a very, very, very valid reason. He would not miss a visitation, and he would be there for his child if he was a good man. What this is low character. He has poor character, and he moved on really to make you jealous. So he moved on like that, knowing that it would make you jealous. He's hurting and he's angry because this is a battle. Y'all have been in a power struggle and he's lost. And so because he's lost, this is his way of winning. This is his way of getting the upper hand. And guess what? It's working because you still haven't forgiven him. You still despise him. You are writing me, 6 months after the breakup and after the court decision. So all of that is his victory. And that is why he's with her. He doesn't want to be with her. He doesn't like her. He's miserable with her. But he did it to hurt you, and you are allowing it to hurt you, when what you need to do right now, today, when you hear this, is forgive him. Write him a letter of forgiveness, not to give to him, but just to get it out and say, I forgive you, because it's not you. It's those who raised you. So I can't blame you, because if you weren't taught how to be a man, if you weren't taught how to treat a woman, it's not your fault, because you didn't bring yourself into this world. So you're just a product of your environment. You're just like every other man that you grew up around. And I cannot blame you for that. So I forgive you. I release you. You're not the man for me. So go on with your life. And I hope that you don't hurt the next woman as bad as you hurt me. But from this day forward, I will no longer hurt myself by holding a grudge against you. I forgive you. God bless you. I wish you the best in life. And now you start the process of healing. You get that off your chest and you begin the process of healing. And go to TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. Take the Real Love course. Read the Real Love book. Talk to your close friends, go to church, start praying, start reading your Bible, whatever it is, doing yoga, start spending more time with your son, teaching your son everything he needs to know. Identify the lessons about being a man that your ex doesn't know, and start making sure your sons know those things. Oh, what it was my son, he didn't pour the hot water, like the boiling water, out of the pot, when he boiled something, which makes sense because my wife didn't want him to get burnt. He didn't want to get burnt, so it wasn't nothing with the microwave. But one thing that I noticed that my wife does is she's been getting them in the kitchen and teaching them how to cook, taking them out to the washer and dryer and teaching them how to do laundry and showing them. And her goal is, by the time it's time for them to go, they know how to cook, they know how to clean, they know how to do laundry, so that they don't have to depend on a woman, so that they don't need a woman, but they want a woman. And so that's what you have to do. Raise your son in a way, not despising him and hating him because he looked like his daddy, but teaching him the things that his no good daddy did not know, so that he will become a better man. And when he grows up and realizes that his no good daddy left his mama, he will despise who his dad is and who his dad became, and want to be the opposite of what his dad is. And so that's what's going to be the reality. And you have to be prepared for that. And you got to make sure that you teach him the lessons that you can. But if you heal and you forgive and you start loving yourself and you learn love, I believe you will attract another man in your life who now will be a man of high character, because you know what to look for, and that man will replace your son's father and be a father to your son. And I see it happen every day, so I know it can happen, but you have to work on you and let him go. Stop checking his Facebook. Stop checking for what he's doing. Do what you have to do. Stop worrying about if he's going to have another child with this new woman and be there for that child. Stop worrying about that, and you be everything to your son that you can be. And don't worry about his no good, half of a man father, because when you worried about that, you are taking away from your child, and your child is missing his mother because she's so busy looking back at what his no good daddy is doing. So that's for everybody in that situation. Get that in your spirit. Sit with it. It's tight, but it's right. Make the changes. Move forward. Love yourself, and everything will be okay. Hey, if you have a question for me, please send it to inbox@TonyGaskins.com. Inbox@TonyGaskins.com. Guess what? When you email there, it comes. If you send it to the wrong address, you will get a reply that says, this address does not exist. So if you email it, you only have to send it once. I know some people send it 2 and 3 and 4 times. You don't have to do that. If you don't get a reply that says this email address does not exist, that means that it came. The only thing is of course, it's a few people listening, so there's multiple emails. So it may take time for me to get to your question. But if you stick with me, eventually I'm going to answer your question. Thank you so much. Great talking to you. We'll talk soon.